Sometimes it's hard to brag about ourselves and our offer, but we have to move past that and stop getting hung up on like, I don't want to brag, or I don't want to be rude, or I don't want to be annoying here. You just have to go for it. So if you were to let loose, not care what anyone thinks, what are the amazing things that you would say about you and your business and your offer? Do not be shy. You are listening to the Beyond the Classroom podcast, a podcast for burnt out teachers who know something's gotta give. After teaching for 14 years and feeling completely burned out for way too long, in May of 2022, I made a big decision and left the classroom. I now help burnt out teachers like you take back balance and joy so you can wake up every day loving your life. In this podcast, we'll explore who you are beyond the classroom, whether you're considering leaving or wanting to make changes so you can fall in love with teaching again. Either way, I understand what it's like to be living a life that looks fun and cute on the outside. You know, summer's off, playing all day, off at 2 o'clock every day, but actually feels miserable and draining. I'm your host and coach, Sandy Patterson, and I'm so excited to help you step into your fullest potential and believe in that potential to make an impact on the world, not just survive each day. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, and welcome back to the Beyond the Classroom podcast. I am so happy you are here like always. Now, this is the 4th episode of 5 in the Business Builder Summer Series, and this is a 5-part series specifically for teachers or for anyone who are in the beginning phases of building a business. It is for teachers who are wanting to build a side hustle or turn your already existing side hustle into your main source of income so you can have the confidence and freedom to make decisions based on what you truly want in life, not what you think you should do and not because you feel stuck. Now, if you haven't already listened to the first 3 episodes in this series, you can always head back and listen to those. The first one is all about ideas for your business. The second one is all about business mindset. It's a really good one. Highly recommend that. And the third one is about the 4 basic things that you need to start your business. And trust me, they're probably not what you think. So you can head back and listen to those 3 and then catch back up here. So now you have an idea about what you like to do in your business, your mindset is all good to go, and you have the basic, simple things you need in place. Now it's time for you to start falling in love with your offer. Like love, like obsessed, like in middle school, right? Like you're just so in love with your offer. You have to be so in love with your offer and be so convinced that you can help and serve others because that is what your business is all about. Now, one thing that can hold us back tremendously is if we're not sold on our own offer. So the reason you got into business is to help people. I know that, and that needs to remain the focus always. So how are you helping your people? How are you serving them? Are you passionate about helping people in this way that you are so excited and it keeps you up at night because you're so excited about it? Now, this is truth time for you here. I'm going to be very honest. When I left the classroom, I started my virtual assistant business, and I thought I had this really brilliant idea that I was going to have this amazing business by turning products that teacher authors were making and transforming them into digital products to use on digital platforms like Google and Seesaw. Now, this is a very long story, but just for time's sake and because I don't want to bore you too much, I'm going to condense it. I had this idea that I thought was great. It is a great idea. It was a great idea, is a great idea. So anybody that is doing this, I think it's amazing and it's incredible and it's definitely needed. But I wasn't actually sold on it. I didn't really want to do it, and I didn't believe how helpful it actually was. So because of that, my alignment to my offer was very, very off. And I'm going to tell you, I pushed and I tried to make it work, but I just wasn't sold on my offer. And I don't think there was going to be nothing was going to change there. I wasn't going to be sold on it. So I wasn't sure if I would even buy my own offer. So how could I expect other people to want it too? So it's no wonder really that it never took off. Again, if this is something that you're interested in doing or you are already doing, I really think it's a great idea. I just didn't want to do it. So you have to do a little bit of digging here and get super honest with yourself about how you are helping your people and how you can make sure that what you are offering is totally aligned with you and what you actually want to be doing to make money and help your people. And when I say aligned, it's really hard to describe the word aligned, right? Or describe what it feels like to be aligned, because it just, you know that it feels right. Like everything is flowing, everything feels aligned. You're not having to push. There's no resistance there. Everything is aligned and in flow. So today I have some questions to ask you about your offer. Okay, so are you sold on your offer? Would you buy your offer? And what about your offer makes it a no-brainer for people to work with you? We're going to dig into each of these things so you can get some clarity around your offer and just things to think about as you move forward. So hopefully this will be very helpful. Hopefully you have an offer, you know how you help people and you know what you offer people. Now we're just going to dig in a little bit deeper to get super, super clear. Okay? So first question, are you sold on your offer? I saw this quote the other day and it's so good. It said, be so confident in what you bring to the table that you don't make the no's mean anything about you. This is in line with the idea that you know exactly how you can help people. You know exactly how powerful you serving your people is. There's no doubt about what you offer at all. You can feel this through and through, and it's almost as if like what you're doing is your calling. Like, you know, I can help people with this. I know that I can do this. I know that I was meant to help people with this particular thing. Now, I also want to just side note here that if you're in the beginning phases of building your business, you may not know exactly what this thing is for you yet, and that is totally okay. The only way to find out, though, is to follow your intuition and to just start trying things out and trust that you will figure it out. Nobody comes out of the gate with everything figured out or perfect. Nobody does, and everybody starts at zero, and this is okay. So keep that in mind as you continue to move forward in your business. Just keep these questions in mind and revisit them as you need to, but also just know that it's okay if you don't have this. And again, we'll say the only way to figure it out too is to just start trying things. I know in my beginning phases of business too, I tried a lot of things and some just flopped, and that kind of was a bummer because nobody wants to flop or be a failure. Some of them I was good at it, but I just didn't enjoy it. So that, I guess you could call that a flop too. But through the process, I really learned what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And so here we are now. I love coaching, and my offer is, I'm so convinced that I can help people, and then I enjoy helping people. I enjoy doing it. It is like magic to me. So I know that I'm in alignment and I love my offer, but it wasn't always like that. It took a lot of trial and error and a lot of flops and a lot of failures, which again sucks, but it is what it is, right? You got to do it, you learn, and then you just keep going. Okay, so next question. Would you buy your own offer, and why? Now, if you're like, I wouldn't buy this offer, if you're being totally honest, why not? Would you purchase what you're selling? You have to be honest here, because again, looking back in my early phases of business, there were a lot of things that I was offering that I wasn't quite sure that I would even purchase it. So again, that's kind of a red flag for me as far as my alignment in my business. If not, you want to rethink what you're offering and what could you add to it to make it so easy for your people to say yes. And how could you maybe rework what you're offering to make it different from what everybody else is offering? How could you add something to it? And again, these answers, you're not meant to answer these questions right away. These are meant for you to bring to the forefront of your brain and just to think about and mull and meditate and journal and just kind of, have that aha idea at midnight in the middle of the night when you sit up and you go, that's it, I know it. You're just bringing it to the forefront here. So what makes the way that you do it special? Or maybe you have a special framework or certain steps you follow to help your client get from A to B to C to D? What are those steps? I am so excited to share this episode is brought to you by the Biz Builders 6-week group coaching program. Are you feeling stuck in teaching and wondering if there's more out there for you? Do you have a gut feeling you won't be able to sustain in teaching for much longer and you're not sure how to get the heck out? Do you have a side hustle or business you're wanting to grow to turn into your main source of income to get out of the classroom? Or maybe a business you'd like to nurture and save up money to have a cushion to get out of the classroom. Or even a side hustle you'd like to be able to put more time and effort into to see the possibilities of where it can go. This Biz Builder program is the ultimate program to help you lay the foundations of your business and fast track you to success without the guesswork and confusion. In the Biz Builders program, you'll gain the tools, mindset, and personalized support you need to build a successful and sustainable business so that you can turn your side hustle into more, see the possibility, and call the shots. If you are in the beginning phases of building your business, you don't want to do it alone because obviously that's no fun, and you need a little guidance, support, and accountability. Biz Builders is just for you. Feel free to book a call for more information. Now, you can also think here about instances where you've made a purchase or an investment and it was an absolute, no doubts, yes, I need this. So, we've all had those things where you're like, I don't care how much it costs, I'm in, I need this, I want this, I have to have it. So what was it about that offer? And what was it about the person that was offering that made you say, yes, I have to have this? This is something to think about and just make sure that whatever your offer is, your people are like, yes, I need that. I have to have it. Absolutely. It is of course, I need that. Okay. Now, your last question, what is it about your offer that makes your offer a no-brainer, hell yes, for people to work with you? Why should people work with you? Why should they choose you or your product over all of the rest of the people that are out there? And what makes you and your offer a hell yes for people? What makes you special? Sometimes it's hard to brag about ourselves and our offer, but we have to move past that and stop getting hung up on I don't want to brag, or I don't want to be rude, or I don't want to be annoying here. You just have to go for it. So if you were to let loose, not care what anyone thinks, what are the amazing things that you would say about you and your business and your offer? Do not be shy. I would love to hear these things. So I would absolutely, with all of these questions and all of these ideas, I always recommend journaling about them. And I would love for you, like I said, to share with me. Feel free to DM me on Instagram or email me. I would love to hear what makes you and your offer so special. Don't be shy. So just like with anything in your business, these are not one and done things. The answers to these questions, your offer, and your relationship with your offer will evolve over time, and that is okay. That's how it's supposed to be. So it's important to continuously revisit these questions, revisit your offer, revisit how you're feeling about your offer, and really listen to your clients and what they need. And in order to be so confident and in love with your offer, it is helpful to think of the before and after of what your client will go through when they work with you. So you will want to think about the problems that your client is having. What is keeping your client up at night? What is frustrating them? What can you take off their plate that it is so worth it for them to invest and to work with you? And then on the other end of that question, how are they going to feel after or during their work with you or after they purchase your product? What problems are you eliminating for them? This is where the real magic happens, and this is called the transformation. And in the Business Builder Group Coaching Program, we work on breaking this down even more and diving into these questions even more deeply, so you have crystal clear clarity around your offer and why people should work with you. It is a no-brainer, and you are able to talk about it. Talk about your offer and talk about yourself and what makes you special. And last but not least, you'll want to be able to say your offer and who you help in just a really quick statement. So sometimes people will call this your elevator pitch. So if you had 30 seconds to explain to someone what you do and who you help, what would you say? Now, this seems so simple, but it's not always as simple as we would like it to be. And this takes a lot of thought and a lot of effort and a lot of revisiting and tweaking. And again, that's okay. That's how it should be. Your elevator pitch will evolve with you and it'll evolve with your offer. And I love to use this statement, this kind of sentence frame, right? As teachers, we love sentence frames. So I help blank. So who you help? I help blank to, what do they do? To do what? By or with. So what is your signature? What do you do? How do you do it? So that, and then this is where the transformation happens. So my statement might be for the Business Builder group coaching program. I help teachers to build businesses with strategic tools and foundation and mindset so that they can build a thriving business and leave the classroom if that's something that they want to do and gain financial freedom. So that would be my really quick elevator pitch. Now, again, in the Biz Builders program, we really, really break this down. We spend a lot of time on it and we dig into your elevator pitch using that template. And we really talk about infusing your story and your personality into that elevator pitch as well. So you are so confident in talking about your offer and what you do because you have to be. If people are going to work with you and people are going to buy from you, you have to be in love with your offer. So I know this is a lot to think about in this episode. It's a lot to explore. And I'm going to recap these questions we covered just so, again, you can think about them, journal them, revisit them, do all the things with them, keep them in the front of your brain. So number 1 is, are you sold on your offer? Number 2, would you buy your own offer? And if so, why or why not? Number 3, what about your offer makes it a no-brainer? Hell yes, I'm in for your people to work with you. Number 4, how do people feel after they work with you? How do they feel while they are working with you? It's all about that transformation. And number 5, what is your elevator pitch? If you had 30 seconds to tell people what you do and how you help people, what would you say? Now, as always, I would love to hear your thoughts, and I would also love to hear about your offer and what makes your offer and what makes you amazing. Feel free to send me a message on Instagram or an email. I always love connecting with you and hearing all about the amazing things you are doing to build that business up. And until next time will actually be the last episode in the Business Builders series, and we're going to be talking all about marketing and how you are letting people know about your amazing offer. So until then, take care, and I'll see you at the next episode. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Beyond the Classroom. If you know something has to change and you're ready to take the next step to make it happen, whether it's in or out of the classroom, let's talk it through together. Schedule a no-obligation chat with me and we can talk through where you're stuck, how to get you unstuck, and how to keep you moving forward. Schedule your free call today by clicking the link in the show notes. I can't wait to connect with you.